repay, like he should make it like an elder care bill or something.
Right. But if you fix the problem and you fixed how student loans were financed, it would work for because it won't cost the government anything at that point. You simply write legislation that says how you have to conduct your loans, and you then enforce that legislation. And people who don't abide by that legislation, you impose a fine on them, and the government has another source.
We will be pretty big in another episode, but it's the first time in my life since I've been able to vote, this has been my 5th year, because I'm 23, I guess 24 by then, or 5. But yeah, it's really a struggle. It's like difficult, and I understand that voting is important and that you should always vote. But on the other hand, it's like I feel responsible for who I vote for.
And that's the thing. Most voters go out there. So there's a large chunk of voter that votes along party lines because their parents did, and they'll never change. And they're kind of locked in. There's a certain percentage of those. Then there's the kind of people who are easily swayed, the kind of people who hear one argument, don't do any research, and go do their thing. They're the uninformed voter. Then there's the informed voter. They're probably the smallest percentage out there. They're the ones that politics, if it's legitimate. But don't just vote. The politicians go out there, oh, you have to vote. It's important. Go vote.
They guilt you into it.
Right. But, as a citizen, it's your job that's the one duty that you have is to vote. But what they're really saying is vote for me.
Right.
And voting is important because it's the only way that our kind of government continues to exist. So I totally advocate people vote. But when you're voting, if you're voting